Welcome to another episode of Confident, the code to living a life on fire. I am your host, Anthony Hudson. For those first-time listeners here at Confident, we help you take the guesswork out of life, build rock-solid routines, form healthy habits, and a whole lot of other things in order to build your supreme confidence, your supreme superpower of living a confident lifestyle so that you can live and breathe as the best version of yourself and achieve all those goals, all those things that you never thought possible. So that being said, my name is Anthony. Welcome to the show. Today, I'm going to simplify this whole confidence thing for y'all. I get so many questions about, Anthony, how do you walk tall? You've got swagger. You walk into the room, people know you mean business. How do I get that? Where does that come from? How did you build that? I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to make it simple. We try to overcomplicate this confident thing and make it way more difficult than it needs to be. It's not about doing the impossible. It's not about being better than anybody else. Comparison, imposter syndrome, comparing yourself to others. People get caught up in that so much. They think they need to be exactly like somebody else. It all comes down initially to authenticity and knowing who you are, what you're capable of, what you want, and who you have to become in order to get it, right? It's working on you. So confidence is not about doing the seemingly impossible. It's not about being the movie star where you're the superhero and jumping tall buildings and doing the impossible and doing superhero stuff. It's not about doing the unthinkable, the unimaginable. It's not about making $1 billion. It's not about being the strongest man, the most ripped, the most in shape woman. It's not about any of that stuff, because all that stuff looks like comparison, because you're trying to be better than somebody else or comparing yourself to something you see on TV. So the number one thing to get started to simplify the confidence is every day you're looking in the mirror and you're trying to beat that person in front of you and trying to be a better version of that person. So that means mastering the simple stuff. So to create true confidence, right? And I say, let's create your confident, meaning it's constant, consistent. It's not confidence. Creating confidence means it's going to come and go. Creating confidence means you maybe lost it and you got to figure out a way to get it back. And then you got to find a way to keep it. Create your confident, which is one of my mottos. And that's what I help people with in my coaching program. It means it's a lifestyle. You wake up confident. You go to bed confident. In between each conversation, every rep in the gym, in between every single thing and task that you do, you're confident in who you are, what you're capable of, and you're going to do it. And you're going to do it well. And even when you don't, you know that you put in the work. And it'll continue to build momentum if you keep building the work. So number one, the first thing is you can't compare yourself to anybody else. That's the number one rule. Number two, how to create confident reps. You got to do it. And do it again. Do it 2 more times. Then do it 3 times. Then do it 100 times. Then do it 1,000 times. And then maybe do it 10,000 times. It's about the reps. It's about mastering the basics, the mundane. You hear it all the time. The best basketball players, the best elite athletes, their warm-ups, like their routines, their workouts. Yeah, they do some crazy stuff in there. But they warm up the way they pregame, the way they practice. Fundamentals. They master the mundane. Their body moves without it even have to think. They can react because they've done it so many times that it's automatic. When you don't have to think, when you don't have to use that decision-making power, when you master the fundamentals and the basics, and you do rep after rep after rep after rep, you don't have to think about it. It just happens on its own. That's one of my favorite things about routines. You save your bandwidth, your mind, your decision-making power. You save it for the stuff that the world throws out at you, the force of average stuff, the stuff that we weren't planning on, that even though we've got a routine that will help us keep us accountable and that'll help keep us dialed in, we can't plan for everything at the same time. That routine keeps us creative. We're still progressing. We're still growing. We're still building ourselves up by 1% better every single day. We're still chasing your most elite self. But by doing the same things over and over again and working a little bit more and adding a little more to it and continuing to evolve, that's where confidence comes in. Not from comparing yourself to somebody else, and not from trying to do the crazy random stuff that you think nobody else is doing. It's from repetition, fundamentals, and doing it over and over again. The people that do that, unstoppable. The people that do that can't be shook. The people that do that know that they can fall back on their routines and their habits when stuff gets crazy. Like when they don't know what to do, they fall back on their habits and what's automatic. Okay, so that's the second one. Number 3, they map it out. They plan it. People that are confident have critical tasks they want to accomplish every single day. They live a life by design, not by default. They know the things they got to get done every single day. And then they win. They win their day because they focus on it one day at a time, not the year-long outcome or the goal they need to hit for the month. They focus on the day. They're in it, involved in the process, in the journey. They are focusing on where they stand right then and there in the moment versus focusing on the past. Oh, I missed that shot. It could have won us the game, could have won us the championship. Oh, I came up 1 yard short of scoring that game-winning touchdown. No. Or, what if I could do this? That would be great. What if eventually I could do this? Focus on winning today. Most confident people focus on winning today, and they track their wins. I talk about it all the time. Stack wins, y'all. How you stack wins? You got to track them. You got to share them. People don't calculate, track, or keep track of wins. They don't write them down. What did I do yesterday? Man, I won in like 5 different areas. But you forget that easily if you don't write them down. So they track their wins. How simple is that? We overcomplicate this confidence thing. We make it so that we almost don't want to be confident. We do all the things wrong and then wonder why we can't be confident. So they track their wins. They write it down. They know what they need to accomplish, and they focus only on the day, today. That's it. And I'm only going to give you all 3 on this podcast episode today. There's more. I've got a free group you guys can join if you want a little bit more value. I've got a private group that you guys can join if you struggle with confidence at all. That'll be in the show notes. We'll get you all that information. I'm not going to post that out on here, but you can go to the show notes and find it. Actually, it's at createyourconfident.com. I lied. So I am going to give you something for free, though, today. My private clients, the ones that invest in coaching program and coaching with me, they get a weekly tracker. They get a weekly tracker they fill out that is required, that they're held accountable to every single week. In our Confident program, in what I do, how I live my daily life, we focus on 5 key pillars. It's faith, family, fitness, finances, and fun. And they write down, map out one critical task in each one of those categories for every single day of the week. And they send it to me every single week. And they check off every critical task that they've done. That's their reps. They track it. They keep it simple. They focus on one day at a time. They plan it out a week in advance, not much further than that, 1 week. They check it off every single day. When you check the boxes, when you see that you are winning and you are accomplishing things that you forget about normally, or you procrastinate because it's something that you don't think you want to do, or you think it's going to be much more difficult than it really is actually going to be. In your mind, you make it out to be way worse than it truly is. When you track that and check it off, you got that swagger. You got that confident. That's how you create it. You're doing those reps. You're seeing those wins. You're stacking them. Compounding interest isn't just in the banking world. It's in the success world as well. It's not just a monetary thing. The more wins you stack, the more momentum you're going to build, the more confident you're going to become, ultimately leading to ultimate confident. And then you're unstoppable, unflappable, untouchable. So those are the three things. I'm going to put in the show notes a copy of my tracker that I give all my private clients. And even better, for those of you that have been on the fence, that are not sure if what it looks like to invest in a coaching program, never done it before, never been mentored, never done any self-development stuff, I got something else for you. This is big, and I wasn't going to share this, but I think it's time. So I've been working on a 30-day confident challenge, absolutely free, because for whatever reason, some people are unsure about coaching, maybe unsure about me, maybe unsure about what shiny object's going to come across their path, just unsure about where the world's at right now, but they know they need something. I'm going to give you guys a test run. I'm going to let you test drive my program. I'm going to let you try out Confident for 30 days for free. Take you through an onboarding process, giving you key tactics, items, tasks in the 5 pillars of life: faith, family, fitness, finances, and fun, to start building a foundation of living your life on fire. So if that's something you're interested in, there'll be instructions in the show notes. You can jump on the website. I'll post it in the podcast as well. Click on that guy, and there's no obligation. I'm going to coach you for 30 days to building your life on fire, extreme confidence. So if that's something you're interested in, check it out in the show notes. Click on the link. We'll get you enrolled, get you rolling. And that's what I want to give you guys. That's what I want to do. Because more people deserve to be confident. More people deserve to live a life on fire. When you live that life on fire, there's not a better feeling. I can assure you that. So that's all I got for the show today. Thank you guys always so much for tuning in, sharing the podcast, giving the reviews. Keep doing that. Only thing I ask, we don't do ads. We don't do any other stuff. It's about value, helping one person a day, every single day, 365 days a year. Next year, my goal is going to be 2 people a day, and then 10, and then 10,000, and then 1 million. We building it, y'all. Appreciate you being in the Confident Crew, listening in, taking in the value, taking in the notes. And the biggest honor to me is if you've implemented something that we've taught here on this podcast or from my content, then share it. Share it with me. Let me know. That's what I got for y'all. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Talk to you on next Friday's episode. Carry on strong, y'all. Later.